All right, we are back. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Prop Firm Dreams. Yesterday was FOMC and it was a bloodbath. Jerome Powell cut rates as expected by a quarter of a point, but the forward guidance for 2025, it reduced guidance from 3 rate cuts. At one point, it was 4 rate cuts for 2025, down to now 2 rate cuts, and the market did not like that. All right, but before we get to our day, I want to talk about another disaster for some traders, ProfitTrade. ProfitTrade, a newer prop firm. It's only been around for, I want to say, 2 months. Just sent out a letter saying they are going under. It is with great sadness that we announce the end of ProfitTrade's activity. First and foremost, we want to sincerely apologize to those who believed in us until the very end. It was never our intention to stop this venture, but unfortunately, fraudsters have brought us to our knees. Just 2 weeks after our launch, an incredible start driven by our massive support, we were victims of attacks from all sides. What truly destroyed us were the fraudulent refund requests initiated by unscrupulous users. This practice spread at such an alarming rate that we didn't even have time to react and protect ourselves against this large-scale fraud. So, condolences to those of you who were with ProfitTrade and gave them a shot. You know, I remember watching an interview with the founders from Rod at the Futures Fanatic, and something didn't sit right with me. You know, I'm not sure exactly what it was. They did have the direct accounts, which I'm looking for. I'm always looking for more direct accounts to add, but something didn't seem right. And I'm not saying they're bad guys. You know, I have no reason to not believe them. They're a startup, and Apex has told us this is happening. I know everyone likes to jump on Apex's case, but Apex basically told us that this was happening in the industry, and so it's going to be a struggle if you're not prepared for these sorts of attacks and not well capitalized out the gate. So, RIP ProfitTrade, you are no more. Also, one last thing before I get to it, Tradeify, you only have 2 days left before those changes go into effect. I thought it didn't go into effect until December 7th, but I was wrong. Those changes go into effect on December 20th. So you got today and tomorrow if you want to get grandfathered in and get accounts as I have them. So, no 5-day profit target, no profit goals between payouts change. The big one, end of day trailing max drawdown goes from 5% to 4%. That's a huge deal. And the max accounts, funded accounts, going from 7 to 5. So now's the time to pick those up if you want to enjoy the old rules for Tradeify, and use code DREAM if you want to support the channel. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get to the day. All right, if you're new to Prop Firm Dreams, I trade 35 funded accounts, Apex, Tradeify, TickTick, and my funded futures. I primarily trade the ES and the 6C. My style of trading is mean reversion using only the Bollinger Bands. I take 1 trade a day, and then I set it and forget it. All right, we already talked about the bloodbath in the markets from FOMC, which as an intraday trader, doesn't really bother me. In fact, I welcome, let's bring back volatility again. My system struggles when the market just kind of churns up to all-time highs and low volatility environments. So ultimately, moving forward, this is actually good for me, even though I'm about to take a 2-week break on trading, but we'll see what we get today. On ES, I will be looking for a potential mean reversion short here. I'm looking to get in here around the bottom of this candle here, and then go down. Short and 6C is a choppy mess at the moment, so there's not going to be anything for me to do on 6C. So we're going to be looking at ES today, and we'll see if we get another turn down, or if it retraces after that big move yesterday. Either way, I'll be checking back in at 10 and 10:30, and hopefully we get something. See you then. Man, I was not looking forward to making this outro video. I actually, just as I was sitting down here to look at my, to do this video, I accidentally hit the sell market button. And so I just switched to sell. I'm like, oh my goodness, I flattened immediately. Most of the orders didn't even go through because of the time risk controls, but the 12 Tradeify or so did go through. And so I flattened those right away, but ate a round trip of commissions. So just things aren't working out that well for me today. First, I kind of got up later than usual, and I was right behind the curve right from the start, getting my kids out the door for school. And this caused a problem because now for those of you who don't know, I meditate for 20 minutes before my session. And so I didn't have time to do that. And then I did my opening video a little late on that. And I just kind of felt anxious, a little stressed out this morning. If you've been following the channel, I'm constantly preaching discipline, risk management. The whole crux of my channel is take one trade a day and then set it and forget it. Well, today I didn't do that. I didn't set it and forget it. I meddled, and that ended up costing me today. So I was on Twitter earlier, and I saw some guy, I forget his name, and where he'd gone on tilt and blew up a bunch of accounts. That's never going to be me. But I'm still not happy with my performance today, and this is the equivalent of kind of a tilt day for me, where I'm just, I had a good opportunity and I didn't capitalize on it and I didn't follow the plan. So pretty disappointing. And it's got me thinking like, maybe I should just take off tomorrow and start my Christmas vacation early. I've had a good month and no need to ruin it now. All bent out of shape over making some mistakes. But, for those of you who, don't meditate or, it's super helpful. There is some choppy action in here, but there is definitely a sure opportunity that, I wasn't able to capitalize on. And I did feel a little more stressed out and anxious. I think part of that feeling was kind of being behind, but the other part is I've been thinking more about the money instead of focusing on the process. And that's, it's hard to fall into that because, you have a process that works. And so the ideal mindset is to let those numbers play out over time. And I'm usually pretty good about that. But today, and I think this week in general, I've found myself thinking more about the money. And then when that happens, you start making P&L based decisions instead of process decisions. And then that's just the beginning of the end, if you ask me. So not thrilled with my performance today, and I don't know if I'm going to trade tomorrow. I've had a pretty good month so far, and I could be fine just with how I did. But if I do trade tomorrow, better believe I'm getting up early, and I'm going to have a nice meditation session. Hopefully you guys fared better than me today. Hopefully you didn't get caught up in this. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Before I leave, for anybody who's interested in Tradeify, those changes go into effect on the 20th. So you've got a day and a half at this point. And if you want to support the channel, use code DREAM. Talk to you later.